This is Susan Campbell with workoutsforhome.com with another video for day 2 on my journey of Joel Marion's extreme fat loss diet. So today was day number 2 and it was the dreaded fast day. No food at all whatsoever. Coming off a cheat day, which is actually a little bit difficult mentally. But I thought I'd put together a list of tips for you to sort of help you get through the first fast day. And actually all the fast days, really, but once you do it once yourself, you'll figure out what works for you. But here's what I found based on my experience. The first one is eat well on your cheat day. Basically, the fasting day works because you get enough calories and therefore enough energy from your prior day, which is the cheat day. So make sure that you're indulging throughout your cheat day, right along the entire day, all the things that you really aren't supposed to eat normally. Like I mentioned in my last video, pizza and all kinds of desserts and ice cream are my weaknesses, so that's what I indulge in. So I think if you eat the way you're supposed to on the cheat day, that will give you a big advantage on the fasting day. Tip number 2 is drink a ton all day long. Water should always be your primary beverage of choice, but I understand that that can get pretty boring and, unmotivating after a while. So here's what I did. I drank water when I first woke up, but I started to drink, I think I drank 3 different teas throughout the course of the day, hot tea. I have a green tea, I have a green and white tea fusion, and I have a white tea with tangerine, and I sort of mix it up throughout the day to keep, I don't know, it didn't work all that well. And so I sort of mixed up the different tea flavors throughout the day to keep the day moving forward. It was a long day, I won't lie. But the other thing that I also did was later in the day, I treated myself to a 0-calorie flavored water. And this really helped. I usually am not a fan of the 0-calorie anything because that just means that there's added sweeteners, artificial sweeteners, and other chemicals in the beverage that helps it taste good, but really doesn't do anything good for your body. In fact, it can also cause some problems. So I usually tell people to stay away from that stuff. But if you want to just give yourself one thing to drink, one bottle to drink during the course of the day, like I said, I treated myself towards the end of the day because I thought I'd be having more of a problem at that time. I think that's absolutely fine to do so, and I actually enjoyed it very much. It was a great treat. The other thing staying hydrated does is I noticed that sometimes when our stomach is sort of telling us that we need to eat food, it's not always telling us that it needs to eat food. Basically, if you fill it with water, it kind of stops doing what it's doing. It stops growling, it stops grumbling, and it kind of is satisfied for a while. So sometimes when you're hungry, or you think you're hungry, just drink some liquid and it will probably do the trick. And I proved to myself today that was exactly what happened. So drink a ton of beverages on your fasting day. My third tip for surviving the fasting day on the extreme fat loss diet is staying as busy as possible. Basically, this is a mental game. You don't need the food for survival. You don't need the food for energy. So what's telling you that you need the food? It's your brain. And I can attest to that. Staying as busy as possible, trying to occupy your mind, will do wonders for you getting yourself through the day. The next tip, be antisocial. I normally wouldn't tell anybody to be antisocial, but I know when I'm doing these extreme types of diets, strictly controlling what I'm eating, I need to take myself away from all temptation. And I love my family and my friends, but they are the worst when it comes to any kind of self-control whatsoever, because somebody always has something that I want or that I shouldn't be eating. And, my mom, I love her, but she's always telling me that I don't need to lose any weight. She doesn't understand that I'm doing this for the benefit of the readers, really. And so she has a tendency to just throw food that I really don't need in my face. So I try to stay away from all people that would have some sort of an influence over me on the fasting day. Big important tip is to stay away from the TV as much as possible. You have no idea how much food is advertised on TV until you can't eat it. And my final tip for getting through the fasting day is to enlist social support. One of the things that helped me was that I was able to rely on Scott at the end of the day when I sort of started thinking about waving a little bit on my commitment in the program and just taking a bite of something. And he was there to try to stop me and to tell me that I'm doing this for a reason and that I should stick with it. You know, at least get through one cycle before I make any mistakes or take any liberties. So I had somebody there helping me, and I hope that there's somebody in your life too that you'll be able to sort of enlist and check up on you or have in your house that you can kind of rely on to help you through that too. Okay, so the corresponding workout for the fasting diet is a lactic acid workout. And this is one of the toughest workouts that you can do. It's basically, in a nutshell, what you do is instead of going slowly on an eccentric contraction, lowering the weight, you're actually doing the opposite. And if, let's say, you're doing a bicep curl, you would be curling up as slowly as possible. It'd be like a 3 or 4 second bicep curl. Instead of doing it quick and lowering it down, you're doing it opposite. And that actually causes a ton of lactic acid to be released in your bloodstream and into the area. And that in turn increases growth hormone, the secretion of growth hormone in your bloodstream, which is what we want. It's a fat burning hormone. It helps build muscle and does all kinds of anti-aging things. So we want that. It's a good thing. But, you know, intensity of the workout is key for that to happen. And so the two major things you can do is a lactic acid type strength workout like this, and number 2, a high intensity interval training workout, which is one of your 3 workouts that you'll be doing for the day. So I'll move right into that. The high intensity interval training workout that I chose to do was I did burpees right in my living room for 15 minutes. I actually did a 24 seconds on and 36 seconds recovery using my Gym Boss interval timer. I don't. By the way, if you don't have a Gym Boss interval timer, I highly recommend it. I'll put a link below this video. Pick one up. You don't have to pay attention or anything. So it was really great for me to have during this. And 15 minutes was really tough, and I was sort of ready to stop at about 10 minutes. But I committed myself. It was in the middle of the day, so I wasn't feeling bad, and I just pushed myself through it. So, and I know you'll be able to push yourself through it too. And then the last part of the workout is a 30-minute cardio workout at about 80% of your heart rate max. For me, I know this is a little unconventional, but I have a rebounder that I bought when I had some leg injuries. And so on days where I can't get to an elliptical or a bike or a treadmill or go outside or whatever, I do an advanced rebounding workout, and it kicks my butt. And you know, some of the injuries that I still have residually from my running days, they're not affected by it. So I can do an intense workout and not really hurt myself. So I like that a lot. So that's basically it. No food, drink plenty of water, and do 3 workouts, and you should be all set. Metabolism will be totally primed for the next day, which is the shake day coming up tomorrow. So I'll have another update for you tomorrow. Stay tuned. And listen, if you're ready to jump on board with me doing the extreme fat loss diet, do it right now. Don't wait. Commit to it. There's a link below this video, or you can go right to my website, pick up your copy, and just pick up where I'm starting. Follow me. So be in touch with me if you want support. If you have questions, let me know. We'll go through it together. This is Susan Campbell from workoutsforhome.com.